Hello guys and welcome to Wolf Nation. My name is Mo and today we watch Death Note episode 9. So last time on Death Note. Yeah, so last episode L, once he realized that something happened to Naomi and that she's missing, he pretty much connected the dots because he knew her, at least to a degree, and he knew her to be a strong, person and a smart, agent. So he didn't believe the fact that she would just disappear or commit suicide, even if her fiance was killed. So he's like, most likely she would have went after Kira, and if so, then he's got to be the reason why she's no longer here. So he looked into who Ray Pember was investigating, and he was only investigating two members of the task force or the police force. The director and Chief Yagami's family, or Yagami's family. So he wanted to put both of those families under surveillance. Everyone was opposed to it, but the chief was like, if there is a chance that is from either my family or the director's family, then we have to do it. So they hooked up, cameras and everything, to listen in and to see into the Yagami's household and the directors. On Light's end, he figured out that there has to be something going on, because at first when he went into his room, he realized that everything that he set up, so when someone enters the room, he would know, like piece of paper, the way he has the doorknob at a certain angle, but it wasn't, and then I think he said lead from a pencil or something like that in the edge of the door, so when someone opens it, it breaks. So he knew right away that someone was inside of his room, and he had Ryuk help him, because he was like, if someone is watching, then you can't eat your apples because it'll be floating apples. So Ryuk, since apple was like addiction to him, he said that he's gonna help him. He figured out where all the cameras were. I think he said it was like 46 cameras in his room alone. So yeah, Light was like, this is the closest that you're gonna get to me, and he had this brilliant plan. At least he thought it was. He had like a small TV broadcasting the news inside a bag of chips, and a piece of the Death Note inside that bag with a piece of pencil, and on the other side he had his his books and his studies, and all the TVs and computers were off, so he would write down the name of a criminal that they just broadcast, and if that criminal, well, when the criminal dies from a heart attack, he's like, you can't say it was me because I had no TV on, nothing to know the news. So he thought that was gonna work, but L was like, he killed petty criminals, why? And then he was like, nah, this family seems too clean, so I don't know, we'll see how it goes. So let's dive into it, guys. Here we go.
Are you sure about this? Ryuk? Yeah, I'm sure nobody's following you, okay?
What's he doing?
Now hurry up already, will ya? The symptoms are getting worse.
Are there really symptoms?
Really
or
hope you're
he's
not
just
saying what you think I'd want to hear just to get some apples.
Whoa, hold it right there. I just flew out and checked a 100-meter radius around you, and there was no one there. So yeah, for the last time, I'm sure, okay?
All right, but on the news they said they were dispatching 1,500 investigators to Japan.
They're bluffing. You said so yourself. If it were really happening, they wouldn't announce their arrival. Instead, they'd come and investigate secretly.
I suppose you're right. Well then, I'll buy you some apples.
Nice.
Please come again.
Light, come on, hurry up. You really haven't been that nice to me.
I guess the symptoms are real.
You have me looking all over for cameras, telling me that I can't even eat apples in the house anymore. It's not right.
Make sure you eat the core as well.
You know, I might actually write your name in my death note and kill you, just like that.
Can you do that?
I wouldn't laugh if I were you.
Right. That reminds me, I've got one finishing touch left to add.
I don't know.
Your son has come home.
Okay, let's see what's your finishing touch like.
So you're gonna keep quiet and pretend to study again, huh?
I have a good grasp of where all the cameras are placed, but I only managed to kill a purse snatcher and an embezzler using that trick with the potato chips.
Okay.
Both of them were guilty of much lesser crimes than my previous
So
victims.
he's gonna go after a real criminal?
You're watching TV.
It's weird.
I made sure to kill criminals whose names and faces were broadcast when I didn't have access to TV or the internet. But there's a chance I'll look even more suspicious if only these lesser criminals end up dying while I'm not receiving information.
That's true.
In other words, if I kill other petty criminals whose names and faces are broadcast as I watch TV, I won't draw unnecessary attention to myself. For this to work, all I really have to do is remember the identities of the criminals I either see on TV or while I'm online, regardless of the severity of their crimes.
He's not being
That way,
followed. Why just
whenever I
smoke
go
some
out, I
sort
can
of
use that piece of the death note I keep in my wallet to
cafe
kill them
and
at random times.
access to
Just
news.
like that. It's the perfect way to deal with these hidden cameras.
Our surveillance of the Kitamura and Yagami households has revealed... nothing.
Understood suspects.
We will remove the cameras and wiretaps.
All that and we still don't have any suspects.
It's okay, Matsuda. We'll have to pursue other leads, but we'll get them.
Please don't get the wrong idea. I only said that we were unable to reveal anything suspicious based on
So
our
he still
surveillance.
suspects them.
What?
Even if Kira was among them, I'm sure he wouldn't make it obvious. No, in fact, it could mean he was able to continue killing without doing anything outwardly suspicious.
Well, then you believe that Kira is among one of those families.
As I've said, there's a 5% chance.
More like 100% chance.
Kira never stopped killing people, even while the surveillance cameras were in place. But I can't count on Kira making any mistakes. It doesn't matter how long we watch him, he's not going to expose himself to us. So what should I do? Ideally, I would get to know him well enough that he'd admit to me that he was Kira and show me how he kills. Would that even be possible?
I don't think so.
Hey, Light, I just checked and all the cameras have been removed. All of them, every single one. Hello? Are you listening to me?
Doesn't believe him.
Hey, Light! Oh, good point. We still don't know if they've removed all the wiretaps from the house.
I suppose this means I'm no longer a suspect. Everything's going as planned. But I'm sure L won't give up that easily. If he's still working with the Japanese police, chances are my father is working with him. Or under him anyway. If that's the case, I'll have to use my father to find out L's true identity, and I'll eliminate him.
So they could be still listening.
Once I get rid of L, Kira will be one step closer to becoming the god of the new world.
He's bored. Is he finished already? Or he's like, oh, I don't need no time.
You there! Student number 162. Sit properly in your chair.
Who's that? Oh shit. It's L. Damn. So this is his plan to getting close. Seems like a good plan, but I don't know.
You're a college student now. That's kind of exciting. I'm filled with joy.
Okay. Is this like a long time after, or what?
Now for the freshman address. Freshman representative, Light Yagami.
Yes.
Ooh, wow.
And freshman
I don't know if I
representative,
would be able
Hideki
to
Ryuga.
focus.
Is that Hideki Ryuga, the pop idol?
With
That
Ryu.
guy? There's no way he's got the brains to get into a school like Toho.
Yeah, you're right. He doesn't look anything like the real Hideki Ryuga.
I knew I'd be giving the address with one other student, but I never expected this. I remember him from the exam center. He got into trouble for sitting oddly in his desk. It seemed like he was off in his own world.
If I haven't watched the show before, I would think that L was actually Kira.
As all of us embark on this new chapter of
The
our
student who
lives,
scores highest on the test is supposed to give the speech, right?
I guess both of them must have had the high score this year.
I'm honored.
I heard they both had perfect scores for all subjects. Seriously?
It's hard to believe there are actually people like that.
I don't know how he suspects to get close to Light. It's not like he has a lot of friends.
Light. Light Yagami. Your father is Chief Soichiro Yagami of the NPA. Your respect for your father's matched only by your strong sense of justice.
Who the hell is this guy?
You're planning to join the police agency when you graduate, and you've already got experience, seeing as you've helped the police solve a number of cases in the past. Now you're showing an interest in the Kira case. I'm impressed by your abilities and your sense of justice. If you promise not to tell anyone about this, I have important information concerning the Kira investigation that I'd like to share with you.
Where's this coming from?
I was
And who is he?
Light. I might
Is it
suspect
safe to just ignore him?
to be
I wonder what this information actually is.
that's his weakness right
I
there.
won't tell anyone. What is it?
He wants to know if there's any real information regarding him.
I want to tell you I'm Al.
Okay, I did not
What?
see that at all.
There's no way. What's he talking about? If he really was L, he'd never admit to it. I thought this guy was a bit strange, but this is pretty extreme. Stop. This isn't good. Don't act surprised. On the off chance that he really is L, I have to act how Soichiro Yagami's son Light Yagami would act in this situation. There'd be no reason for him to be afraid. If you are who you say you are, then you have nothing but my respect and admiration.
Thank you. The reason I chose to reveal my identity to you is because I think you could be of some help to us on the Kira investigation. Light
It's a risky
Yagami.
move.
The likelihood that you are Kira is just under 5%. Even so, something tells me I'm not wrong to suspect you. But you're just too perfect. If you are Kira, I can't think of anything that would put more pressure on you than this little scenario.
If this guy is really L like he says, then consider me impressed.
Indeed. If this guy really is L,
If it's
no,
only
even if he's
less
not
than
L,
5% chance, why is he taking the risk?
I can't do anything to him. If what he's saying is true, it probably means he's already shown his face to my father. What now? If he were to die right after telling me who he was, it would only confirm their
It's
suspicions.
true. So
Although
maybe
it's
not
obvious
that big
Hideki
of a risk.
Ryuga is nothing more than an absurd alias, it still complicates things. Even if I get lucky and it isn't an alias, if I try to kill him by simply writing his name in the death note, I might accidentally picture the face of Ryuga the pop star and end up killing him instead. And if this guy doesn't die, he'll know for a fact that I'm Kira. Is he really
It's
L?
more
Does he already suspect that I'm
thought out
Kira?
than I thought it
It's
was.
hard to say how much he knows, but I must be under suspicion. What other reason could he have for telling Soichiro Yagami's son that he's L? Does this mean that he's still suspicious of the people that Ray Penborough was investigating before he died? Even so, I still don't see why he would reveal himself to me directly. I can't let him see any signs of distress. It's better if I just clear my mind.
But it would be so interesting.
Hey, Light.
You hear that? I think it's your
Weird
new
that his
friend.
family didn't show up.
Nice meeting you.
No, the pleasure was mine.
What an amazing car.
A limousine?
Well, I'm sure I'll see you on campus.
Yeah, take care.
That kid must come from some serious money.
Plus, he's at the top of the class? Where's the justice?
I wonder if he actually is rich. He's a genius.
Damn it!
Now
He
he's
got
gonna
me!
blow up.
What do you mean? Damn, L! I've never been so humiliated in my life! Hey, why don't you just do the Shinigami ideal? Then you should have no problem killing him, right?
And what good will Shinigami eyes do me if this is just a trap? If I kill him and it turns out he's not really L, that would be like announcing to the real L that I am Kira.
Sorry.
Don't think that Shinigami killing people and humans killing people are the same thing, because they're not. I want nothing more than to kill him, but if I do, it's like asking to get caught. Unfortunately, the Death Note can only kill the person whose name is written in it, so it's not like I can arrange for someone else to kill him. It's inconvenient.
So they
That's the
can't.
flaw with the Death Note.
Light is
Death Note for
usually
that.
so calm, but he snapped. This must be getting to him.
At first, I thought
Yes.
once I found out his name, I'd have him die in an accident or kill himself. However, none of that will do me any good unless I know with 100% certainty that this guy is L. No, it's already too late to do
I guess
anything
no,
about it
that's
since he's
his name,
approached me and introduced himself as L. It doesn't matter how sure I am. Regardless of the cause of death, if L dies now, the police are going to suspect me. I underestimated him. I never even considered the possibility that he would reveal his identity to me on purpose. For L, this strategy acts as a solid defense and it allows him to confront Kira directly. He can defend and attack. He got me. It was a good move. I'm sure I haven't seen the last of Ryuga. He'll keep trying to move in on me,
Check-
playing
not
the
checkmate.
absent-minded genius, and we'll pretend like nothing's going on. This is perfect. There's no reason for me to be worried. After all, this is proof that they don't have anything on me yet. So this whole thing is nothing
that
more than
is
a
the problem
contest
with
between
the
Al and me. A match of wits. On the surface, we'll be two friendly classmates, but in reality, we'll actually be investigating each other. This is interesting, Ryuga. If it's my friendship you want, I'll gladly accept it.
It is interesting.
In time, I'll earn your trust. And once you've told me what I want to know, there'll be no point keeping you alive. Then I'll kill you. With my hands if I have to.
Okay guys, that was Death Note episode 9. So things are definitely getting really interesting now. So that was a really smart move on L's end. At first I thought it was risky because you're thinking, oh, there's only a 5% chance, but now you're telling him that you're L, and what if something happens to you? But like Light was saying, that he can't, kill him because A, he's not 100% sure if that's his real name, and B, if he does, then that would make the, or that would confirm the suspicion that's on him regarding being Kira, because obviously L introduced himself to Light. So yeah, he did back him into a corner, but we'll see how it plays out, because even though right now it would seem that L has an advantage, Kira is willing to play the game, and so far he plays the game pretty good. So he's gonna pretend to be his friend and eventually try to gain his trust and see if, he can eventually get his real name and kill him off. So yeah, they're both geniuses and they're both gunning for each other. But one thing I'm wondering is, like, obviously we know that Light is Kira, but if L is saying there's only less than a 5% chance, why is he devoting, seems like, most of his time to that investigation of Light? I don't see him investigating other people, even though they have that director's family under surveillance. You would think they would investigate. I guess we don't know what's happening behind the scenes, so who knows. But yeah, so is the symptom regarding Ryuk actually real, or he's just faking it because he loves apples. Him being all twisted up and stuff like that. Yeah. So they did remove at least all the, you know, cameras and you know, wires and stuff like that, so at least he can now work from home. So we'll see how it goes from there. Shit. So they're both headed to the university, right? They're both graduated from high school, so we'll see how it goes from here. Yeah, really enjoying it and looking forward to the next episode. As always, guys, leave me in the comments, let me know what you think. Like and subscribe. Till next time, guys, take it easy.